Welcome everybody to today's class. Om Shiva. Hope you're all doing well. So today's class is for everybody on the Ardha to Maha tier. So just to reiterate the way everything's working at the moment, we're going through the tiers from the first class in the month being the trial class that also goes out on YouTube publicly, and then after that we're going through the tiers being from Sukha the next week upwards, Ardha the next week upwards, and then finally Raja being the next week upwards. So if there's another week in the month after that, that goes out to everybody from Sukha to Maha as well for additionally. So next week, if you are not on Raja tier, you won't see the class. So I will include a link in the description along with this class so that you know how to upgrade the tier to see that class if you want to practice that class next week also. Okay, so that's it. Let's prepare for our class today then. Seating on our mat and then bringing our hands together and greeting each other. Om Shiva. Starting with the first anga of today's class, Buddhi, the awakening of consciousness. So going through the meditation positions, choosing the position that you get to. So first position, Puranasana with your legs outstretched, or sitting on your heels in Vajrasana, or choosing from one of the positions in cross legs. The first one is Sukhasana with each foot under opposite leg, or Samanasana, one leg in front of the other, or the Padmasana, one foot on opposite thigh, or Raja Padmasana with both feet on opposite thighs. So in your comfortable meditation position that you get to, then bringing your hands in Shiva Mudra on your lap, that's the back of one hand in the palm of your other hand. Sitting then with your back upright, shoulders back and relaxed, head in line with your spine at a natural face, eyes closed. Natural breathing through the nostrils, inhaling and exhaling. Internalizing now for our arti of traditional Shivam yoga. Starting the second anga then, dharana, mental concentration, where we let go of all the thoughts that come up in our mind, letting those flow out as they come up, as they flow in, they flow out without attaching ourselves to those thoughts. Increasing the space then between these thoughts. Shivam yoga, chitta vitri nirodha. Reducing the frequency of our mental vibrational waves now, and remaining in dharana for a few moments, increasing self-knowledge, self-observation, self-control, immersing in the Shivam yoga culture. Dharana. Finishing then this anga, dharana, and preparing ourselves for the next anga, puja, the transmission of energy. So for anga puja, we place the tips of our thumbs together, then turn our hands in namaskara mudra, palm of your hands together in front of your forehead, thumbs activating your third eye. this chakra of wisdom, intuition, and of our consciousness, our collective consciousness, individual consciousness through the Ajna chakra. Then lowering your hands, still in Namaskar Mudra in front of your chest. There are 4 pujas. The first one is called Bhajan, where we visualize, feel, and perceive a bright blue prana coming from the universe, from nature, and from your surroundings. This bright blue energy comes from all of those natural elements, trees, plants, animals, soil, coming towards you, involving your physical body completely. And this prana, this bright blue energy, fills you up completely, making you feel light, flexible, and full of energy now. Then, with each cycle of your breath, visualize, feel, and perceive the enlarging of this energetic field, this blue cloud of energy around your physical body, your energetic body, your aura. And visualize this expanding out from yourself and integrating everyone around you that you might be practicing with, integrating you with all the elements in the place you're in, creating a stronger energetic field with those people, those elements of respect, friendship, harmony. And then expand this bright blue energy together even further until it fills up all the empty space in the place you're practicing, making it a safer, quieter, and more responsive place for our Shivam yoga practice today. Second puja, sadhana. So a puja for our practice, our Shivam yoga practice. Still with this bright blue energy, let's wish that all students, members, therapists, and instructors of the Shivam yoga methodology grow in marga, immersing in the Shivam yoga egregor. Third puja, Satguru Puja, a puja to my master. So visualizing the name Arnaldo in a bright golden light as a symbol of gratitude to my master and his teachings. Arnaldo in a bright golden light. Fourth puja, Mahaguru Puja, visualizing the name Shiva in a bright white light as a symbol of gratitude to the creator of yoga, Shiva the Mahayogi. Shiva in a bright white light. So with each of these pujas, we're immersing more consciously and more intensely into the Shivam yoga, tantric, and Hinduist cultures, developing Ishwara Pranidhana, our capacity to thank, serve, respect, and reverence. Finishing the Anga pujas, starting the next Anga, pranayamas, the conscious breathing techniques. So opening your eyes, lowering your hands on your knees in Yana Mudra, index finger and thumb together, back upright, shoulders back and relaxed, head in line with your spine for the first pranayama, Surya Preda Kumbhaka. So the natural breathing with retention technique, okay? So together now, inhaling through your nostrils, slowly and deeply expanding your abdomen and chest. When you reach your full lungs capacity, hold, retaining with your full lungs. Then when you need to exhale, exhaling through your nostrils, slowly and deeply relaxing chest, contracting abdominal muscles inwards. When you reach your empty lungs, hold, retaining with your empty lungs. Then when you need to inhale again, inhaling through your nostrils, slowly and deeply, filling your lungs from the bottom, middle to top. With your full lungs holding, retaining there for as long as is comfortable. When you need to exhale again, exhaling through your nostrils, slowly and deeply emptying your lungs from the top, middle to bottom. When you reach your empty lungs, holding, retaining there for as long as is comfortable for you. Then, now let's continue at our own pace, at our own time, this pranayama, Surya Pheda Kumbhaka, inhaling. So holding as long as time as possible, taking as long a time as possible at each stage of this pranayama. That's your inhale, long, deep inhale, holding with your full lungs as long as is comfortable. Long, deep exhale, then holding with your empty lungs as long as is comfortable. So always sitting in a good posture, back upright, head in line with your spine, always in a good meditation position, executed well, improving your posture, both physically, mentally, emotionally, through the pranayamas as well. This pranayama itself is a meditative pranayama, so it's going to calm your mind, balancing the energies of your whole being, preparing you for the next angas, the next parts of the practice. It's a good pranayama to keep your lungs healthy by expanding your lungs capacity, holding with your full lungs, improving breath control, breath consciousness, among many other benefits. Surya Pheda Kumbhaka, a simple pranayama with many benefits. If any thoughts come up into your mind, just gently letting them go again, as you would when you're meditating, focusing only on your pranayama for this technique. Just a small bit longer of Surya Pheda Kumbhaka. Okay, after your next exhale, let's finish this pranayama, Surya Pheda Kumbhaka. Okay, you can stretch your legs if you need to. You can rotate your ankles. change meditation position, or continue sitting in the meditation position you're in. So next pranayama we're going to practice is Rajas Prastrika Pranayama. So it's a pranayama with movement, Rajas Pranayama, and Prastrika is it's like the bellows breath, like the bellow of a fire that you squeeze and the air comes out, because that's like your abdomen expanding and contracting as you force the air out of your nose. So it's great for fighting against colds, any sinus or nasal conditions, balancing both sides of your sinuses, your nasal passages. So you can look first to see the first time, or you can practice along if you know the technique already. So you're going to be raising your arms up, stretching them up, and then when you exhale through your nostrils, you're going to be forcing the air through your nostrils as you contract your abdomen and bring your hands down into fists. So it's like that. So you inhale, stretching your arms up, inhaling, and exhaling hard out of your nostrils as you bring your arms down, contracting your abdomen. So expanding your abdomen as you inhale, contracting your abdomen as you exhale through your nostrils, hard and fast. So we're going to get faster. So let's start now properly. Okay, you can take a break now. If you need to blow your nose, you can get a tissue and you can blow your nose at whatever stage you need to during this pranayama. It might make some mucus come up. So when you're ready again, then let's begin again and getting faster and harder this time to get the full benefits of this technique. Okay, stretching your arms up, inhaling hard and fast, exhaling. Okay, you can take one more break. We're going to do one more round and then we're going to finish up this pranayama. So if you get lightheaded, you can take a break sooner when you're practicing this pranayama. You know, doing it at your own pace, at your own time. It takes a while to get used to. Okay, so let's go for one more round and then finish up this anga. Okay, stretching your arms up, inhaling, pulling down, exhaling. So finishing this anga pranayamas, finishing this technique prastrika, and now let's practice the next anga asanas. So stretching your legs to prepare, bringing your hands in namaskar mudra, raising your arms up, inhaling. Hands in Kali mudra, crossing your fingers except index fingers, exhaling, head back. Relaxing your neck, stretching your arms up as much as possible, back upright, legs and feet stretched, natural breathing through the nose in Puranasana, primordial position. Stretching up more and more, bringing your hands together as much as you can. Bring your head back between your arms, bringing just your arms back. Keeping your head in line with your spine, back upright. Arms stretched, unblocking shoulders. Bringing your arms back, lowering your arms down slowly, still hands in Namaskar Mudra, tilting your torso back a little bit, raising your legs up, feet in line with your face. Navasana variation, boat position, back upright, sitting on your coccyx. Okay, then lowering your legs down, sitting back upright, flexing your left knee, left foot, the other side of your right leg. Left hand on the ground. Now for Matsyendrasana, the 4 phases you can try, starting with the first, hand on your knee, bringing your knee to the right, or second, forearm on your thigh, bringing your leg to the right, or pushing your knee to the right with your arm and then holding your right leg with your hand, or lastly, holding under your left foot with your hand. Both cheeks of your bum on the ground, facing forwards, inhaling. Exhaling, rotating your spine, looking over your left shoulder. Natural breathing through the nose as you improve the rotation of your spinal column. Okay, if you can try a further phase by doing the Badaha, which is a binding variation of Matsyendrasana. Using your right arm to go under your left leg, bringing your left arm around your back and interlocking your hands. Okay, then rotating even more. Interlocking your fingers or hands. Then you can stretch your left leg up, still facing back behind yourself. Stretching your left leg and foot. Still Badaha Matsyendrasana. Okay, to undo, facing forwards again, uncrossing your fingers, lowering your leg to the ground, and now the other side. So flexing your right knee, placing your right foot on the ground beside your left leg, right hand on the ground, close to your hips, keeping your back upright by stretching your right arm. Okay, the 4 phases again, left hand holding your knee, bringing that in, or bringing in your leg with the forearm on your thigh, or holding your left leg, or holding under your right foot. Okay, so whatever phase you get to, facing forwards, inhaling. Exhaling, rotating your spine, looking over your right shoulder. Rotating your neck, unblocking your neck, your spine, your hip. Rotating more and more in Matsyendrasana, Lord of the Fish position. So if you can go ahead, you bring your left arm under your right knee, and then right arm around behind your back, interlocking your hands, rotating more, still looking over your right shoulder. So one side might be easier or harder than the other. For me, this side is easier. I think my right shoulder is more blocked than my left shoulder. And perhaps my spine more flexible on one side. So you might find the same, or you might find you're more symmetrical. Okay, then stretching your right leg, still rotating, looking over your right shoulder, right leg, right foot stretched, back upright, rotating your spine, your neck. Okay, facing forwards again. Uncrossing your fingers, lowering your right leg to the ground, flexing your knees, sitting on top of your heels in Vajrasana, raising your arms up in Mahachakra Mudra, inhaling. Crossing your arms, hands in Viparita Kali Mudra, that's inverted Kali Mudra, head back, exhaling. Relaxing your neck, stretching up as much as possible, and this time with your tongue massaging the soft palate at the roof of your mouth, this Lana gland producing more prana, bioenergy. Bringing your head back between your arms, lowering your arms down with your hands just above your head. Bring your elbows back, unblocking your shoulders, unblocking your chest, your heart chakra, anahata in your chest, unblocking emotions, emotional toxins. Okay, then bringing your arms back, lowering your arms in Swastika Mudra. Hands either side of yourself, sitting between your heels, so separating your heels a little bit more, sitting between your heels, preparing for Urdhva Vajrasana, hands back a little bit backwards as well, raising your knees up. Urdhva Vajrasana, raising your knees up, unblocking your ankles. So some people that's easy, some people that's more difficult depending on if your ankles are flexible or not. So if this is difficult, you can stay in this variation. You might be down closer to the ground, raising your knees up. If not, you might have your knees up further, and then if so, you can bring your torso more perpendicular to the ground. Then you might be able to raise your arms up, hands in Trishul Mudra. That's little finger and thumb together, other fingers making a Trishul, like Shiva's Trishul, his trident, you can see behind me. Stretching your arms up, arms parallel, arms touching your ears maybe, raising your knees up, balanced position, Urdhva Vajrasana. Okay, then lowering your arms down, hands on the ground, lying then on the ground. Okay, then knees together, chin on the ground, chin forwards, flexing your knees, knees together, holding your feet. So holding the top of your feet and pushing your feet down towards the ground, either side of your hips towards the ground. Big khasana, the frog position. Pushing your heels towards the ground. Pushing down more and more. Now, a different variation of Bhasana could be Urdhva Bhasana, the raised frog position, raising your head and chest off the ground, pushing your heels down towards the ground, elbows pointing upwards. Natural breathing through the nose, natural face, raising your head up, pushing your heels down. So Begha Dhanurasana. So it's going to be one foot. You're going to hold your right foot, the inside. You're going to raise your right leg up. Begha Dhanurasana. Pushing your left heel towards the ground, right leg upwards. Head upwards, chest upwards. So one leg is doing bow position, Dhanurasana. One leg is doing frog position, Beghasana. Begha Dhanurasana on this side, raising up as much as you can. Okay, then swapping, so lowering your chin back to the ground, pushing your heels down both sides on the ground, and now we'll prepare for the other side. So raising back up into Urdhva Beghasana, then holding the inside of your left foot, raising your left leg up, into Begha Dhanurasana, pushing your right heel towards the ground. Raising your left leg up, head and chest up, natural breathing through the nose. Raising up more and more. Okay, lowering back down slowly, chin on the ground, both legs stretched onto the ground. Then crossing your fingers behind your neck, preparing for Makarasana, which is the crocodile position. Raising your head and torso off the ground. Next phase, Raja Makarasana, flexing your knees, separating your knees a little bit, and then feet going towards your head as much as you can, raising up, knees, legs flexed, head and chest off the ground, Raja Makarasana. Raising up more and more. Okay, slowly lowering back down, chin on the ground again, hands either side of yourself, toes on the ground, pushing up into Chatur Padasana, the 4 spots position. Okay, then one knee forwards, right knee forwards, left knee forwards, separating your knees slightly wider than your hips, making a triangle with your hands, standing on your knees, inhaling, raising your arms up, exhaling, flexing back, inhaling, raising back up, exhaling, sitting back down on your heels. Okay, next position, Mayurasana, which is peacock position. So turning your hands so that your arms are together like this. So forearms together, placing your hands so your fingers are pointing towards yourself. For females, placing your breasts between your arms. You have your arms slightly wider, like you place your breast between your arms, then bringing your arms closer together. For men, you can keep your forearms closer together. Then you're going to flex your elbows and you're going to place your elbows on your lower abdomen. If you're pregnant, you don't practice this position. So placing your elbows on your lower abdomen, stretching your legs back behind yourself, head up facing forwards, balanced position. Peacock position. If you're okay there, you can try another variation, flexing your knees, feet pointing upwards. Okay, then knees back on the ground. We can try one more variation, or you can try that variation again. That's Mayurasana, okay? So you're going to place your forearms together, placing your fingers towards yourself on the ground, hands firmly on the ground, flexing your elbows. This different variation. You're going to place your forehead or your chin on the ground and stretch your legs up. So a kind of impulse of a move forwards to give yourself the energy, the leverage to go up into the air. Raising your legs up, stretched. Mayurasana, peacock position. The other variation was with your knees flexed, feet up, or legs stretched parallel to the ground. Okay, so that's Mayurasana for this class. Standing on your knees then, back of your hands together. Natural breathing through the nose or deeper breathing through the nose. Okay, next position, Parikrasana. We're going to place our left leg 90 degrees to the left. Hands either side of yourself, raising your right arm up, inhaling. Exhaling, flexing to the left side. Neck relaxed, ear close to your shoulder. Making a kind of half moon shape with your right arm. Elbow back, making sure you're unblocking chest, side of your torso. Stretching down towards your head. Rotating inwards then, Looking at your foot, both hands on your legs, sliding your hands towards your foot, lowering down your abdomen towards your thigh, your chest towards your knee, and forehead towards below your knee. Most important thing is that your leg is completely stretched. Once your leg is completely stretched, then you can try and bring your toes to the ground by stretching your foot. Overtaking where you are millimeter by millimeter. Okay, to undo then, placing your left hand on the ground, then raising your right arm back up to the previous position, stretching your right arm up, inhaling, raising your torso up, exhaling, arms down. Okay, then knees together, other side, Parikrasana, by bringing your right leg 90 degrees to the right, arms either side of yourself, raising your left arm up, inhaling. Exhaling, flexing to the right side. Left elbow back, stretching down towards your head. Neck relaxed, ear close to your shoulder. Natural breathing, natural face. Lowering down your torso laterally, walking your right hand towards your foot. Okay, then rotating inwards, placing both hands on your leg, looking at your foot to keep your head up, head in line with your spine, lowering down your abdomen towards your thigh, chest towards your knee, and forehead towards below your knee. Leg completely stretched. Then foot towards the ground, if you can. Overtaking where you are millimeter by millimeter. Okay, then to undo, placing your right hand back on the ground, left arm back in that half moon shape, raising your left arm up, inhaling, torso up, exhaling, left arm down, knees together, then sitting back with your toes on the ground onto your heels, raising your knees up, hands in, Namaskar Mudra into Utkatasana. Then stretching your arms up, hands in, Yana Mudra, stretching up as much as you can. Then standing up, heels off the ground into Urdhva Uthita Hastasana. Balanced position with your legs together, feet together, facing forwards, focusing on a dot on a wall if you need to keep your balance, concentration. Stretching up more and more. Lowering your heels to the ground, then practicing Nitambasana. So inhaling, exhaling, flexing to the right side. Keeping your arms parallel. If you can't tell where your arms are, you can look and then fix them and then looking back forwards again. Flexing down in Raja Nitambasana. Stretching both arms. Hands still in Yana Mudra. Next, Maha Nitambasana. Stepping one step to the left, lowering down even further. Natural breathing through the nose, natural face. Letting the pain flow out if you feel any pain. Natural breathe through the pain and it'll flow out. Improving flexibility, self-consciousness, self-control, self-knowledge. Okay, to undo, raising back up, stepping your feet together, stretching back up, other side, inhaling. Exhaling, flexing down to the left side. Again, both arms should be parallel, stretch as much as possible. In Raja Nitambasana, hips going to the right, flexing down to the left. Next phase, Maha, stepping one step to the right, lowering down even further. Okay, to undo, raising back up, inhaling. Stepping your feet together, hands in Namaskar Mudra, exhaling. Arms down. Okay, then flexing your right knee, holding your right foot with your right hand, pressing your heel towards your bottom, stretching your left arm up, hand in Jnana Mudra, pressing your heel against your right buttock. Natarajasana variation. So inhaling, exhaling, flexing forwards. So your left arm, right thigh parallel to the ground, left leg stretched, keeping your balance facing forwards. Okay, then placing your left hand on the ground, raising now your right knee as much as possible. You can hold the inside of your foot. It can help you to raise your leg up even further, head up facing forwards. Left leg still completely stretched. If it's difficult for you to do this position, you can't execute with your leg stretch, you can flex your left knee a little bit. Raising your right knee up as much as possible. Okay, then to undo, holding back your right heel against your right cheek of your bottom, standing back up, left arm stretched back up, then lowering your left arm down to the side, both feet on the ground, other side now, okay? So flexing your left knee, left hand holding your left foot, pushing your heel against the left cheek of your bum. Right arm up, right hand in Jnana Mudra, stretching up as much as possible. First variation of Natarajasana. For this sequence. Second variation for this sequence, flexing forwards, left thigh, right arm, parallel to the ground, head up facing forwards, right leg stretched. Still pressing that left cheek of your bum with your heel. Okay, right hand on the ground, head up facing forwards. You can hold the inside of your left foot, raising your left leg up. Raising your left leg up as much as you can. Okay, then holding back the outside of your left foot. Left heel against the cheek of your bum again. Concentration, balance, strength, raising your right arm and torso back up, stretching your arm up, lowering your right arm down to the side, both feet on the ground, hands in Namaskar Mudra. Flexing your knees, slowly lowering back down into Utthita Utkatasana again, this time closing your eyes. Balanced position with your eyes closed. Developing self-control, self-knowledge, an internal balance, equilibrium. Opening your eyes, lowering your knees onto the ground, hands on the ground, then sitting back into a cross-legged position again. So we're going to practice Virasana today. That's the hero position. So you're going to bring your right foot to the side of your right hip on the ground and your left leg to the other side. So your knees are going to be almost on top of each other. If you need, unless you're very good at this position, I recommend that you place your hands on the ground first, standing up a little bit, then setting one knee on top of the other like this, bringing your left foot more to the right side, then sitting back down. So both cheeks of your bum on the ground, then your knees are more symmetrical, and you can feel that probably in your hips. So placing your hands on your feet, eyes closed, meditating in Virasana, developing the qualities of the hero. So all of the positive qualities you can think of the hero: determination, resilience, empathy, balance, courage, selflessness, okay, then opening your eyes. We're going to practice it on the other side now for balance. So using your hands to sit back up, uncrossing your legs this time, sitting back down into the cross-legged position again, this time with the other side. So you're going to first bring your left foot beside your hip to start, then your other leg on top this time. So if you were practicing by copying me and mirror, this will be you're bringing your right leg on top this time. Okay, so right foot on the left side beside your hip. If you need to use your hands to stand up a little bit, placing one knee on top of the other, then sitting back down. Both cheeks of your bum on the ground, placing your hands on your feet again. So each finger to toe on your feet, sole of your foot against the palm of your hand, connecting yourself energetically in a closed loop of energy flowing between your hands and your feet, your legs and your arms, closing your eyes, unblocking your hips in Virasana, unblocking your nadis, your energetic channels, by sitting in a good posture, energy flowing around your being, all of your shariras, the levels of your body. And then finishing this anga asanas, and preparing for the next anga today, dhyana, meditation. So you can continue sitting in Virasana for meditation, or you can sit in one of the other meditation positions. If you can sit in Virasana, it's good to practice meditating also in this asana, the hero position. So sitting in your meditation position, now with your back upright, shoulders back and relaxed, head in line with your spine, a good meditation posture, physically, energetically, mentally now, emptying our mind. Any thoughts are coming up, we're letting them flow out. And now we're focusing on that empty space between our thoughts. An empty mind in dhyana. So in dharana, we still have some thoughts coming up and they're flowing out. But in dhyana, we're going a step deeper to that space between our thoughts now. So focusing on that space between our thoughts now for a few moments, few minutes in dhyana, anga for meditation, improving self-control, self-knowledge, increasing our consciousness on all levels. Anga dhyana meditation. Slowly bringing back your consciousness to this moment, this place that you're practicing, and to you and your physical body sitting in your meditation position, your natural breathing through the nose. To how you feel on all levels of your body now, physically, energetically, emotionally, mentally, intuitionally, and spiritually. And you can continue sitting in Virasana, or you can change position if you like or need to another meditation position for the mantras. So in your meditation position now, let's chant the pranava together by inhaling. Today's mantra is Radhe Govinda Bolo. Okay, as usual, the lyrics are in the description and an example of this mantra. So you can listen to the music as well. Get connected to that too. Radhe Govinda Bolo, Radhe Govinda Bolo, Radhe Govinda Bolo, Radhe Govinda Bolo. Radha Ramana Hare Radhe Govinda Bolo, Radha Ramana Hare Radhe Govinda Bolo, Radhe Govinda Bolo, Radhe Govinda Bolo, Radhe Govinda Bolo, Radhe Govinda Bolo. Radha Ramana Hare Radhe Govinda Bolo, Radha Ramana Hare Radhe Govinda Bolo, Radhe Govinda Bolo, Radhe Govinda Bolo, Radhe Govinda Bolo, Radhe Govinda Bolo. Radha Ramana Hare Radhe Govinda Bolo, Radha Ramana Hare Radhe Govinda Bolo. And the pranava once more, inhaling. Placing your hands together in Namaskar Mudra, bringing your hands up in front of your forehead, thumbs activating your Ajna chakra. Lowering your hands then in front of your chest and feeling after this Shivam yoga practice more balanced, conscious and happy. Finalize this practice then, let's open our eyes and greet each other. Om Shiva. Om Shiva, thank you very much for this practice today. Hope you enjoyed. And as I mentioned earlier, next week's class will be for everybody on the Raja tier and above. So that, I believe, is $15 per month at the moment. So you just need to the upgrade amount if you're on a previous tier. Whatever you're paying at the moment, up to the 15, and then you'll get access to that class next week and in subsequent months as well. So looking forward to practicing with you all either next week or the next class we're practicing together. And until then, have a great time. Hope things are getting easier in your part of the world. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Om Shiva.